And hey, what's going on? I'm Alex Reyes, Joey Perry, and this is Point Fighter Live. And this is the post show of the Arkansas Open. A great event. What's going on?
Yeah,
How's everything, Joey?
man, everything's great. We're coming off a big high from the tournament weekend. Everything was amazing. I mean, I'm sure you maybe have things to ask me, so I don't want to spoil that. But man, the tournament was great. The feedback was great. I had a video earlier where I gave my thoughts. I waited a few days and I got a lot of great positive feedback. I think like positivity is kind of the vibe from the weekend, brother. It's
Bro,
good.
you did such a great event. You did such a great job with the event. I want everybody out there right now to give this show some power. Okay, I'm gonna share it, and I want you guys to share it as well. I'm gonna share it, and we're gonna talk everything about the Arkansas Open. It was a great event.
Yeah.
Hey, so all right, so listen, the event, right? It was at the arena and it looked
Yeah.
awesome. Like it was a great tournament. And it's all started out Friday with the seminar. The
Yeah.
seminar was awesome. And just let's start out with that.
Okay.
How was that seminar? Was great.
Hey, let me give a big shout out to Kinsey Emery. I mean, whether you're a fighter, you're a forums person, or whatever, whether you know Kinsey or you don't. We brought Kinsey in with the seminar at my where the tournament were at my studio, and it wasn't just like my kids or it wasn't just my people. It was people from all over the country that could come in and participate, and it was open. And we had well over 40 plus people attending Friday night. I mean,
Wow.
it was packed. My wife was working at the studio. She's like, "Oh man, this turnout!" But we kind of knew, but people loved her, man. So shout out to Kinsey Emery with Team Paul Mitchell. She came in, her spirit was great. She treated everybody. She was a class act to be such a young lady. She treated everybody well. She's a phenomenal teacher. So I mean, a little plug for Kinsey. I mean, if you're
Yes.
into extreme martial arts, tricking weapons, and you want to bring in somebody that's a class act that is a good teacher. Kinsey was a rock star, man. So the seminar was great. Friday night was amazing. So yeah, thank you for asking about that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Hey, Donna Rhodes, she says that you look pretty tired.
She's right. She's right, man. I've been going to 900 miles an hour for weeks, like all this. But you know what? It's what we do, man. And my passion and my love, it gets us going through. So I'll sleep when I'm dead, man. It's all good.
Yeah, man. I don't see you tired. I see that you're happy and you're just hustling. And you
Yeah.
also are a big part of like other tournaments too. You got the
Yeah.
Pro Mac and the Battle of Atlanta. So
Yeah.
it doesn't stop for you. You don't just go and start resting. And you have your school as
Yeah.
well. That's packed and busy. So, but it's awesome, man. This is the life we live and we love it and we're
What what
blessed.
what
Yeah.
else are we gonna do, man? This is it's more. I listen, man. I've been doing martial arts since I was 7, 8 years old. I'm 40 now. I'm getting to be an old man, and some people say I look young, but not when I'm tired, I guess. But what else are you and I gonna do, man? I mean, I love sport karate. I love it with all my heart. I've been around since I was a baby, and I grew up with some of the legends, man. And I just don't know what else I would do. So my studio brings me love. I earn a living from that, and I've worked hard my whole life to get to that point.
Yeah.
Nobody's given me anything, man. From ground up, I've got a great master instructor, Ernie Reyes. I'm part of the West Coast group, so
Yeah.
I get a lot of positivity from my West Coast family, and then on the tournament side and sport karate side, how can you not be motivated being around these pro mat guys and the things with like you said, man, being
Yeah.
involved with these other tournaments and helping out with the circuit and NASCA region and Battle of Atlanta. That's an entirely other conversation, man. But you're right. There is no stopping. In 2 weeks, I've got Terry Kramer's tournament in St. Louis, and then
Yes.
Battle of Atlanta in June, and I'm helping with Ozark Mountain Nationals with my boy Richard Osborne in July. So
Yes,
it
sir.
doesn't stop, brother. I'm trying to be like you. That's what's up.
Oh, no, no, no. I'm trying to be like
Thank you.
you. Hey, but man, it's
Positive.
hey, but also rest in peace to Grandmaster June Ree as well. This guy changed. I mean, he was a big part of martial arts, and not just
Nice.
that, sport karate. Like he had, I'm not sure if he was the first one to have gear, right?
Yeah.
Or was he? He was the
Yeah,
first one to have gear at tournaments, right?
that's right.
Yeah,
The dip foam gear and in the particular style and the particular
yeah,
brand that actually launched an entire style of gear
yeah,
is Grandmaster Jun Ree's brainchild. I actually have one of the old school 1980s original pair as my first pair of sparring gear back in the day as a baby when I started getting beat up, you know. So
yeah. And
yeah, much film. You know, I've had some great conversation with Master Reyes about Grandmaster Ray. He got to speak with him last week, and it was very emotional. So yesterday was a big emotional day on that, and
yeah,
Monday, and then Carmichael Simon, who's a great NASCA and sport karate legend, was one of his direct students through Charlie Lee and Francis Pineda. Um, so all of my brothers on the Taekwondo world and through the sport karate world and sisters, man, everybody kind of gives respect to Junri and what he did for all of us, man. So yeah, he
yeah.
was a legend. Yeah,
For sure.
thank you for
Yeah, man. I
mentioning
have
that.
some
Yeah,
videos that I'm gonna be posting about him soon too. He was in great
sweet.
condition, and he did some cool things as well, or late in his life. Like,
Yeah,
man, it's crazy. But but yeah, man, we're moving on. We had Joey Perry earlier on this. Joey Castro on Point Fighter Live earlier today. We had Robbie Lavoy about 30 minutes ago, and
I
then
love Robbie, man. I love Robbie. He's
yeah,
awesome.
Robbie was great, and we're gonna have Brett Ford in just a few minutes. We're gonna bring him on and interview him. He won the men's, right. He won the men's fighting, the open weight,
He
and
won open weight and regular fighting grants. He won both, and he was in the forms and weapons grants. That guy was all over this weekend. He was amazing.
wow.
That young man did awesome. Look out for him, man. He's awesome.
And he's only like 19 years old, right? He's young. Yeah,
Yeah, it was very respectful. Great. I don't want to make his head big, but man, he looked great this way. And there was great the men's black belt competition this weekend in Arkansas.
yeah,
And I know people don't, they're just now kind of paying attention the last couple of years to what we're doing, but it was great. But it was super positive. So if I can just drop that, I want to give kudos. I spoke about it earlier today on my video that I put out, my little recap. But the positivity and the encouragement, you don't always hear that from the bigger
yeah.
tournaments and from the regional tournaments. But I mean, you read any comments on any of our social media for anybody that was there, and it's almost like you get tired. I don't get tired of reading. It's actually keeping me up. So Donna, I'm tired, but all the positivity, all the respect, that's how it was all day. And that men's black belt division was not an exception. It was the rule.
Yeah.
All of those guys lifting each other up after they were punching each other or knocking each other out or taking each other out in forms or weapons. So, man, I can't say enough about that. Absolutely.
No, it was great all around. You had the seminar on Friday,
Yeah.
Saturday the arena, the night show, which was
Yeah.
on
The arena.
Point Fighter Live, and it looked great. Everything looked
Thank
awesome,
you.
like
Yeah.
professionally run, great tournament. Um, Point
Yes.
Fighter approved. It was Point Fighter approved. We have some tournaments coming up this weekend. British Open in England. Next weekend we got Mexico, Acapulco. And Mac
Ross.
is actually sponsoring that. Michael Politi, $750 to the open weight. Ross Levine is doing a seminar, so that's a great tournament there. That weekend too on Saturday, there's two tournaments in South Florida. The Kick USA Blitz tournament down here in West Palm Beach. That's a good tournament, great event. Florida's, it's known for great events. That same day or weekend is the Masters. That's how great Florida tournaments are, and they're both going to be great, excellent events. That's in
I
Miami.
need to come down and work on my tan, right?
Yeah, for sure. That's in Miami, and it's at the DoubleTree, and they're giving out a lot of money, and it's gonna be a great event. We're gonna be there to cover that one, and then the Infinity National Championships. That's in
I'll be there.
Wisconsin. You'll be there. Okay, great,
I,
great,
I'm,
great.
I'm, yeah, man. Richard Osborne, one of my Pro Mac brothers that runs Ozark Mountain. We're both going up next weekend to support Mike and Jeff and those guys, and we're gonna be judging all
That's
day
awesome.
and helping them out. We're looking forward to that tournament. Looks great. Look at their trophies. Looks great,
Yeah,
man.
bro.
Little
Unique.
shout out.
They got unique awards. Great
Yeah,
place. It's a water park resort. It's
yeah.
awesome. So they do
Looks
everything
awesome.
first class for sure. tomorrow, or no, actually Friday, we're gonna interview Craig Harrington. He won the Scotland tournament out there, the
Cool.
WKC Aberdeen, and we're gonna interview him as well. We had 4 point fighter tournaments this past weekend, and let me tell you, they were all full. So that shows how the sport is thriving. I think they were all
It
packed
is.
tournaments. Yeah, I think it is. I think the sport's really doing well.
You
Yeah.
know what it is, man, and forgive me if I'm interjecting without you asking, but there's a movement, and I don't mean to sound corny, but
Yeah,
there's a little bit of a movement with some of the
yeah,
positivity and the customer service, and you and I talked about
exactly.
that months ago.
Yes.
How you're treating people and what we're providing as promoters, because you're getting people, pat on the back. You're getting people that have been competitors our whole life, right? And we
Yeah,
know how we want to be treated. We know how, I have a competitor, own a studio. I have students that compete nationally. I've got people like Alex Scott and PJ Clark that are traveling all over the country and on national teams. And I know, there's other people, people like Jeremy down there with you and you. I mean, there's
yes.
people that are understanding how to provide service and how to set things up better, and they're working hard and they're willing
Yeah,
to give so that the sport grows. And we've got a long way to go, but man,
yeah,
there's a little
man.
bit of a
I think,
movement, man.
yeah, I think we're on the right path to getting this
Yeah,
sport, taking it to the next level. Like this generation is getting it there. I agree with you
yes.
for sure. Hey, we had earlier captioned this with Robbie, so if you guys want to caption that, that's a new segment we're gonna start. That's a good one, and a
I
few more
like that one. That
tournaments.
was cool.
Daytona Beach, May 19. I'm gonna be there as well. Point Fighter. That's in Daytona Beach, Florida. Then the following week, Memorial Day weekend, Saturday and Sunday, Jason Holmes. It's MBL. My team's gonna be there as well in Texas. That's a great event. And sponsors
ASG.
ASG. Yeah, if it wasn't for ASG, there'll be no Point Fighter. So that's great. I always give a shout out to Jason. I appreciate him. And Mini Queen Designs, Royalty Promotions. All right, so it looks like we're ready to bring on Brett, and here are just some of the winners of the event. Sid the Kid, right?
Hey, those girls were off the hook this weekend, man.
Yeah,
Look, you've got Riley Rhodes right there,
yeah,
Michigan Pentecost. You got a Tennessee kid, you got a Missouri kid. On the other picture, the little Sid the Kid from
yeah.
Florida, and she was fighting the little that's it, Nyla. She was a scrapper. That little fight was a legit open weight, the 11 and under girls. They went for it, and look, the little one took it. Man, Sid was awesome. But then there's a story about Sid. If you didn't read on our social
Uh huh.
media, if anybody didn't look, I actually came back because the 12 to 14 open weight girl, the girl that won one bracket was an Arkansas girl, Callie Garrett. Her dad's one of the great ProMac
Yeah,
judges
yeah,
and a
yeah.
promoter. Charles Garrett, he's a phenomenal judge. He'll be at the Battle of Atlanta. But Callie's came up. She's like a 5-year Arkansas state champion, great girl, great up and coming young lady. But her fighter couldn't stay for the final. She had some
Oh
family thing,
yeah,
got to go, and she really wanted to fight with our first nighttime show. Sid the Kid stepped up, and she was a little younger
yeah.
and it's still a color belt. Her dad was like ecstatic, man. But I thought, hey, if there's anybody gonna step up, man, let me ask. And a couple of the girls weren't sure, and Sid was like, I'll fight anybody, anytime. Let's go. And I was like, oh my god, let's go, man. So that little girl, awesome job. Respect to her. Respect to Callie Garrett. Wound up winning that match, which I guess
Yeah.
she was the favorite there, but she had good control and treated Sid right, and Sid went for it. But Sid won the 11 and under, so the girls came to play, man.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure. And that's a great, she stepped up and moved up. That's great to see.
yeah, man.
Other winners here. Just a great
Oh,
tournament.
look at those beginners kids. Yeah,
Everybody was happy. Everybody's just
yes.
happy. That's the man, Greg
Greg
Ruth,
Ruth,
right there, right?
he's man. Hey, let me tell you. Oh, there's Miss Garrett. That's Callie Garrett's
Oh,
mom. She
that's
helps
her
run the
right there.
Arkansas circuit.
Yeah,
Hey, man. And Greg Ruth, let me tell you what, when we've been working on Battle of Atlanta, I know it's not a Battle of Atlanta show, but we've been working on that since September. That man, with what he's doing with ProMac and his vision and how he wants to treat people and still going to all the NASCA events and
yeah,
arbitrating, he's doing a great job, and he's got a great energy on what sport karate should be based on customer service. The
Yeah,
conversation you and I keep
that's
having,
true.
So
Yeah,
kudos
yeah,
to
yeah,
Greg Ruth.
for sure. Yeah, yeah, for
Yes,
sure.
sir.
Greg is a great dude, for sure.
He is.
Let's see what else we got. Just a few shots. All right, that's it. Okay, we're ready to bring on Brett. Okay.
All right.
Hey, and if you guys want to see all on Point Fighter Live, uh, Arkansas
Whole album.
Open Facebook
Yeah.
page. You had Marshall Studios there, right?
Yeah, Jacob.
With Wolfman. A lot of coverage. All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yeah, hey,
here we go. We're
Jacob did
gonna
a great
bring.
job, man.
Yeah,
Thank you for mentioning him. He was awesome this weekend. He had a great
yeah, bro.
time and took care of
Yeah,
people. Yeah.
yeah, for sure. All right, we're gonna bring on Brett, and here we go. Let's talk to him. Let's see.
There he is.
Hey,
And let's
how we
see.
doing?
Hey, Brett, what's up?
Hey, what's going on?
All right, good. Hey, welcome to Point Fighter Live. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. Glad to be here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, so you won a few divisions, and you got one of these. What's this called? A gauntlet? What's it called?
The
The
Infinity
Infinity
Gauntlet.
Did you guys see the movie?
I haven't seen it yet, so no spoilers,
Oh,
please.
Nah, I won't. I won't.
I've
Great
seen it
movie.
twice already, man. But hey, this
Yeah.
was power all weekend, man. And Brett got him one, man. It was awesome.
Hey, Brett. So you had the power this weekend. So congratulations on that. And Joey was telling me that you killed it this weekend. And so you're young, right? You're only like 19 years old, right?
Yep, 19.
19 years old. And you're from St. Louis?
Mm-hmm.
Cool, great.
Yep,
And you've been
St.
doing
Louis.
this for a while, right? Where do you train at?
Well, a couple places. I'm trained primarily in just the basement of a little church in Florissant, Missouri, kind of on the outskirts of St. Louis. And
What a
then
story.
I also get out to train with, what's that?
I said, what a story, man. That's awesome.
For real, for real. Hey, so who are your training partners then? Do you have other training partners that you train with, sparring wise?
Mhm. Oh, yeah. Well, one of the places that I go to spar most of the time is actually at Terry Kramer's karate studio. I go out there to fight with Brett Thomason and all those guys. So it's good stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's great. That's great training right there for sure. Hey, so you won fighting, but you also won the weapons, was it? The forms or weapons?
Weapon green.
Yes. So how much time do you put in to both? Do you put in the same time? Do you train every day in the forms and fighting, or like do you have like what's your routine?
Well, I always try to get out to, as many other schools or dojos as I can to fight with whoever I can, basically. Finding a lot of good fighters nearby can be a struggle sometimes. But so I do that whenever I can. And then I'm always trying to, keep working on my spear form, keep working on weapons anytime I can. Anytime the weather's nice, I'm always outside doing something with it.
That's
Yeah.
great, bro. That's great. Hey, so you know, do you have anybody that you look up to, in the adult division or when you were because you've been competing for a while now, right? As a kid, is there anybody
Yeah.
that you like to watch, or a division that you like to stick around for and watch?
Well, I have kind of a fun story about that because when I was, just starting to get close to the adult division back when I was in 16 and 17-year-olds, of course, I'd always want to watch the men sparring because they get, we've just got fantastic point fighters nowadays.
Yeah.
And so the two guys that I would always love to watch were Larry Wells Jr. and Kevin Walker. And then when I got into the adult division, I ended up fighting both of them in the span of like a month. And so the first, I think I forget which tournament it was at, the first big NASCA tournament I went into in the adult division. I was doing team fights, and the very first guy I have to fight against is Kevin Walker.
Wow.
So that was fun. That was a fun match. And so I've gotten to know those guys better.
Hey, So how does your mindset go from like, okay, you're a fan of these guys, and then you got to go fight them? Like, what's your mentality like when you're up there face to face with them in the ring?
Yeah. Well, I mean, once you get in there, it doesn't really matter who the other person is. You're fighting the fight, you know?
Yeah,
So you just kind of
yeah,
have
for
to
sure.
put it out of your head a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, bro, for sure. Hey, so you're young. Um, what are your goals in sport karate? Like, do you want to do something, big in the sport? What are some of your goals that you want to do? Win a national tournament, make it on a team, stuff like that. You have any goals for sport karate?
Um, I mean, just keep progressing, you know? I don't try to set any limit to it, really. I just want
Yeah,
to keep it going and keep doing as much as I can in the sport for as long as I can.
yeah, that's great. Hey, so how many years have you been going to the Arkansas Open? Was this your first time, or you've been there a few times?
I think I've been there. I think this is my second time. My
Is
second
it?
time going up.
Yeah. Good, good.
Yeah.
And it was good
Hey,
competition,
Brett.
right?
Brett has no. By the way, he has no ceiling. I'm just,
Huh.
I mean, I'll brag on him. I know his head
Yeah.
get big, but he was, not only did he just kill fighting, but on his forms, and he came out doing Chinese forms, which was totally different than everybody else, and was sharp and strong. And I mean, so he may be too humble to say it, but his
Mm-hmm.
talent level, he can do anything that he wants to do as long as he keeps working hard and keeps progressing. We're all big fans, and his attitude was great this weekend, and we were honored to have him down. And so whatever he may not say, but this young man can do what he wants to do in the sport for sure if he keeps going. So that's my opinion.
Hey, that's great, man. And he killed it this weekend. And I always like to see that that young talent, hungry and stuff. Like, I just love it. I love seeing young fighters, and it looks like he's one of them right here. So
Yep.
hey, so what's your next tournament you're gonna make it out to? You have any plans already for your next event?
I think the next tournament I'm going to is Silver Sun Showdown right here in Hazelwood, right in my own backyard.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. How about national? Any national events out there that you're setting, to go to?
Um, I'm not sure. With
Will you
national
be at
tournament
Battle?
Yeah,
battle,
like
I might be
battle.
battle.
Yeah,
I might be.
battle, U.S. Open, stuff like that, or diamonds, stuff like that.
Yeah. I've gone to Diamonds a few times before, so we'll probably try to make it out to that one.
Awesome, awesome. Hey, so your family, you're the only one that does martial arts in the family. Like, you're the only one that practices, or does your family do any karate too?
Actually, my sister, when I first started, however, 14 years ago, she started doing it with me, and having a sister that's 6 years older than you and is also learning martial arts at the same time, you get a lot of beatings. You have to learn how to toughen up real quick. So,
Yeah,
and
yeah, for
it's
sure.
always been great growing up with her, and she took to it so fast too. She just was just absorbing any kind of information and all the teaching that she could from it, and so she helped me develop into fighting and what kind of martial artist I am. Yeah.
That's great, man. Hey, you've been competing for a while. You've been in martial arts for a while. Um, what benefits would you say, competing? What benefits have you acquired from competing? Like, competition. Teaches you to be good at what, like in life. Have you learned any life skills from competing?
Oh, it's for sure. Yeah, it pushes you to a whole nother level. Because when I first started competing, even martial arts wise, I wasn't very good, and I didn't have very much confidence in
Yeah,
all of that. But as you start to see what kind of level other people at, and it gives you something to strive for, and it gives you something to overcome. It helps develop you. When you get um, when you get used to fighting people and competing and keep on, you see yourself moving up that rank little by little. Um, it's a huge confidence booster, and because you always have that something to strive for, it's constantly gives you that push.
Yeah, that's true. That's for sure. That's true for sure. Right there. Hey, so man, great stuff. Joey, you have any questions for him?
Hey Brett, what was your, you competed in so many divisions this weekend,
Mhm.
and to me, during the day I was so busy, but really getting to enjoy your skills at the night show. Um, what was your favorite division that you competed in? I mean, I know that I mentioned earlier to Alex the positivity and the support that you guys all had. I mean, I don't even know if you knew every one of those other competitors or not. I mean, I know some of you guys have competed against each other, like Cody Wilson and Michael
Right.
Felix, and um, Michael Smith from Indiana came down. Kataro sponsored those guys. Like you guys had a good, solid little division there, and all the positivity going on, and then you had to fight some of the seniors, some of the young guys. What was your personal favorite type of division to compete in? I mean, do you have a favorite? Or do you kind of just like it all? Are you a junkie like we are? What do you
Uh,
think?
I'm a junkie for sure. Because on one hand, fighting is so much fun. I
Yeah.
mean, there's nothing else like it. But at the same time, in the weapons division, I've been learning for the past little over a year now. I've been learning wushu, and that was the first true wushu form that I broken out and started competing with, and that's the first time I've won grands with it. So that's
Look
that's
good.
kind of a special little moment for it.
Awesome. Awesome. What did you think? I mean, that I mentioned the energy and the culture and stuff. I mean, did you feel that as a competitor? I mean, just to kind of, and I don't know what you're gonna say, but I mean, did you feel that as a competitor, the energy with each other and the supporting? I mean, do you feel like as a competitor you enjoyed the atmosphere and that we're on the right track as a tournament or group with those type of people lifting each other up? I mean, did you enjoy that?
Hmm. Oh yeah, during the
I know,
whole
I know
nighttime
that sounds a
final,
little generic, but
right? No, you're good. You're good. But yeah, during the whole nighttime finals, all the guys that were over on the side, we were all just hanging out, cheering each other on, and all that. And like you said, some of the guys like Cody and Michael and all them, I've known some of them for a little while. I've competed with them, so it was, it's very supportive. We were all cheering for each other, rooting each other on, and everything. So yeah, I'd
yeah,
say
that
there's a
was
lot of
very
positivity.
very very cool for sure. What if you as far as the venue and where we were and how that was laid out for our level of tournament. I mean, obviously, the Arkansas Open and Memphis, they're growing as a regional event. Nothing like the Battle of Atlanta level or whatever, but the venue and the way it was set up. Did you feel as a competitor that it was set up so that it was pretty smooth for you guys and everything was pretty good? So for future people coming in, it would did you like that?
There were a few little hiccups here and there with
Yep.
certain things,
Yeah.
but that
Yeah. The
happens.
internet got us a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah, yeah, that got
Yeah.
to us.
Yeah.
But yeah, they
Awesome.
worked through it though, and we got it done.
Yeah. Well, thank you,
Yeah,
man.
no,
You
it was a
you
great
you were a
event.
rock star.
Yeah, for
Thank you.
sure. It was a great
Thank you.
event. And Brett, thanks for joining us on the show. Great job. I look forward to seeing you more in the future. And you're on the radar right now. Congratulations. All right. Thanks for
Thank you.
joining
Thank you
us.
so much. Thanks for having me.
All right. Take
Brett,
care.
thank you. Great job, man.
Yeah. Hey, man, great tournament. And
Thank you.
man, keep killing it. And next year, even bigger and better. Right?
That's right, man. We got a lot on the table, and I'm lucky and I'm blessed. We've got the Memphis Open, which was killer this weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, so I'll have that first up, and then Arkansas Open again, in the spring. So Hey, man, it's just all about that positivity and love for sport karate, man, and doing what we do. So thank you so much for all your support. You were great, man. And I know you mentioned ASG and my man Kyle Reed and
Yes,
Jason
sir.
Chen. And I know they sponsor your show. They sponsored my tournament as well. They sponsor Memphis and this, and they're helping. So I'm like you, man. You want to give love to the people that give you love and that support our sports. So thank you to everybody that did what you needed to do to make the event go well. Our scorekeepers, our judges were amazing. The parents and the volunteers, the venue, man, everybody was great. I mean, I know you hear that; it sounds a little generic, but
Yeah,
genuinely, you look all over social media comments. You know what I'm saying, man? Because you get people that just rip things, or this was bad, or the mats were this, or whatever, and. It
sir.
just hasn't happened, man, and that's a testament to everybody, man. If I win, we win. If I messed
Yes, sir.
up, I messed up, and we got a lot of positivity, and that's what this sport needs, man. We got to keep going up.
Yes, sir. You know what I call that? Power, baby.
Power.
Woo.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
power.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So there you have it, guys. Great show. Thanks for tuning in, and make sure you guys share it, and make sure you guys, don't miss it next year. Arkansas Open. All right. There we go. Joey
Thank you,
Perry.
brother.
Take care, guys. Have a great night. Point Fighter Live. Woo.